So Gavin Newsom, I'll put a video so you can see, so you can laugh yourself silly by seeing Gavin bang your wife Newsom be a tough guy. What? Where is this guy when it comes to standing up for Californians and our quality of life and the quality of our children's education and the cost of living, you pencil dick piece of shit? Where the fuck is this tough guy when we need you, Gavin? But like some of his counterparts across the country, they are sticking up for the illegals. Fuck you, taxpayer. So this little prick wants to get on TV and act all tough and tell Tom Mad Dog Homan. He said, why don't you come arrest me, Tom? Huh? You guys are being childish. I'm sick of this. Why don't you come arrest me, Tom? Let's go. What? Where the fuck is this guy? Where's he been hiding? This fake tough guy. I don't know if you guys have diabetes right now, but if Tom Homan were to arrest Gavin Newsom, that would be the sweetest. Just looking at that would give you type 2. To see Gavin Newsom arrested, you piece of shit. I hope you get in the middle of it. You get between Homan and his job and you obstruct justice and they take your bitch ass to jail. But would that be a punishment? Would that be a punishment to send Gavin Newsom to a building full of dicks? I'd love to see that fucker in an orange jumpsuit. Come on, arrest me, Tom. Let's go. Man, shut up. But it's funny. It is really funny to see Gavin Newsom act like he's going to do something. To see Gavin Newsom, I'm pissed. Man, please. Nobody's scared of your punk ass. You've destroyed this state. Please go quietly into the night. But is he? No, he's getting ready. Because what are we seeing now? We're seeing centrist Gavin Newsom. We're seeing, I'm going to push back on that. I don't think boys should play against girls. Ooh, way to go out on a limb, Gavin. When you see the footage of Gavin Newsom being a tough guy, how hard did you laugh? And how pissed does it make you to see these fools bend over backwards and contort themselves for a bunch of little sons of bitches who shouldn't even be here?
This is why the Democrats cannot regain power, because this is a terrorist organization at this point. All right. They're no longer a political party. All they want is chaos. And then you've got Newsom is such a fucking idiot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, yes, the president has every right under Title 10 to call out the National Guard if it's in the defense of this nation.
Listen, whenever there's an attack on a federal building, if we use the Democrats' own logic, let's go back to January 6th.
Right.
If there's an attack on the federal building, there had better be federal law enforcement boots on the ground, right? That's how this nation has always worked. The Insurrection Act of 1807 says, if you don't protect the Americans who live in your state, the federal government damn sure will.
Blame Joe Biden. He let 21 million, that's the estimates, yeah. 21 million illegals into our country. Yeah. Trump has to do this. Yeah. He has to. A lot of people is flying under the radar. ICE wasn't messing with these people like this. Now, not even when Trump was back in office. Even when Trump was in office. Now, when Trump's back in office, after what Joe Biden did, you have to do this. But the crazy thing is, these people that come work here, they pay them peanuts. These people are modern day slaves. But Keith, not only should they arrest these people, they should arrest the owners. Well, that's all they have to do. If they institute fines against employers, $5,000 a day per incident, it would stop all of this. I don't know why they don't do that. Yeah.
We just finished talking about one of the biggest gaslighting campaigns from the mainstream liberal media, the Democrats, which is the cover-up of Joe Biden's mental decline. They haven't learned. They went right back to the same playbook. Well, let's just lie to the American people. Let's just tell them, don't believe your eyes. Your eyes are lying to you. You didn't see looting. You didn't see attacks on police. You didn't see explosions. You didn't see people, trying to murder officers, right? Because that's what they were trying to do. You didn't see any of that.
I see the dumb Negro in the comment section
with this stuff being like, yeah, Gavin Newsom, right? Finally somebody. Y'all the dumbest people. They finna take over y'all. Y'all finna lose all y'all rights. When I say rights, the ability for you to vote and have impact. Dumbest people in the world, boy. Some of y'all black people are the dumbest people in the world. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? You guys are actually advocating for a party that's trying to replace you. Do you not get it? They're trying to give these Mexican people that come over here illegally, they're trying to give them health care. They're trying to give them housing. They're getting jobs. They letting them work under the table without paying taxes. Your black behind can't do that. Your black ashy elbows can't do that. You don't pay your tax, you're going to jail. You have to be a citizen in this country. You have to register to vote in this country. They get to do whatever they want to do. And y'all voting for it. 98%, you dumb black women voting 98% to replace you. Dumbest thing I ever seen in my life.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to all you pendejos and tontas over there in LA putting your hands on federal agents, possibly catching a felony case. You know what that does? That's making America great again. You want to know why? That's going to limit your ability to up this country even more and vote for another Democrat. When the are you pendejos going to wake up? When are you going to wake up? And furthermore, just to further let you guys know, put some salt on the wound, a lot of these immigrants that come here from Venezuela, El Salvador, they don't give a about you either. So what are you doing, babosos?
I freaking love this guy.
That the reason was that the offspring of black soldiers in Germany, and now you're quoting Professor Flynn, grew up in a nation with no black subculture, close quote. Which means what? Which means they experienced exactly the same expectations. Is this the...
No. The expectations are external. The culture in which they grew up was not the culture in which black kids grew up in America today.
So they had...
There's no gangster rap. We can break the cycle of poverty that no policy alone can end. We can reaffirm the promise of America, not as a nation forever ruled by past injustices, but as a society where every individual, regardless of background, can rise to their fullest potential. That ultimately is why blacks have so much today, and why, until we change the culture, they will remain poor not for lack of resources, but for lack of the values that turn resources into opportunity. The Chinese understand something that we seem to have forgotten, that economic power, military power, and cultural influence are all connected. While we debate pronouns and microaggressions, they build infrastructure and develop technology. While we tear down statues and rewrite history, they study our history to understand our weaknesses. While we apologize for our success, they prepare to replace us as the dominant global power. This is not mere speculation, it is already happening. By 2030, the accumulated effects of cultural decay, economic mismanagement, educational failure, family breakdown, and political dysfunction encourage the mathematics of cultural decline. Each generation passes on less cultural capital to the next. Each cohort of graduates is less educated than the previous one. Each new crop of leaders is less capable than their predecessors. Each incoming class of citizens is less prepared for the responsibilities of self-government.